So if you've heard about the massive price increase on Power Homeschool, or maybe you've seen the new curriculum on Time for Learning, you may be scrambling right now to find something new. Or maybe you're just looking for a new online homeschooling program for your family this year. Well, it has been a while since I've reviewed Funcation Academy, and a lot has changed. So I'm going to walk you through the whole program. I'll show you all of the different options, and we'll explore all of the grade levels, including high school, because I know I get asked about that a lot. And we'll talk about some privacy issues that I found while I was doing my review. So if you've ever been to the Funcation Academy website, it can be really confusing. There are a lot of different options, and it doesn't really do the best job of explaining everything that's included. So that's what I'm here for. By the end of this video, you should hopefully be able to understand all of your options on Funcation Academy and decide if this is the right online homeschooling program for your family. And before we get into it, let me just share a few of the basics, especially for those of you who might be newer to homeschooling. Funcation Academy is not a school, so it is not accredited. They aren't going to be issuing a diploma to your student upon graduation. Think of it more like a homeschool curriculum that you get to use that just happens to be online. If you're looking for an accredited online school, I do have lots of reviews on my channel that you can check out instead. I also want you to know that Funcation Academy itself is not a homeschooling program. It is a company that licenses some popular curriculums that are used both in online schools and in brick and mortar schools. So you will be getting access to those curriculums from home through their website. You'll also get support for parents and some other features, and I will share all of that with you in this video. Okay, so I think now we're ready to get into it. When you go to the Funcation Academy website, you're going to see 4 program options. There is one option for elementary school, and that uses MyPath Adaptive Learning for the curriculum. This is from Imagine Learning, which is the curriculum company that also created the Edgenuity curriculum. Now, if you go to the Imagine Learning website, they are calling the MyPath curriculum a supplemental curriculum. But we're going to take a look at it together in this video so we can see if it's a full curriculum or not. According to Funcation Academy, this curriculum is a comprehensive math and reading curriculum with integrated language arts, science, and social studies. But we can decide together how comprehensive we think it is. You're also going to get access to BizTown, which is an interactive virtual town where kids can earn rewards for completing certain activities. You'll also get access to teaching support, a virtual campus, and some parent workshops. And you can get all of this for $28 a month per student or $125 a year. So that's a pretty great price, but we'll see if you're getting a good program for your money in a minute. Next, we have a middle and high school career prep option that also uses the MyPath curriculum. But you're also getting access to a bunch of electives, so we'll take a look at those as well to see what curriculum they're using for the electives. You'll also have BizTown, teaching support, the virtual campus community, and parent workshops. This option costs $40 a month per student or $275 per year. They also have a different college prep middle and high school option that is going to use this Courseware curriculum instead of MyPath. You'll also get a personal college admissions advisor. And then you'll get all the same things as the other option, including the electives, teacher support, virtual campus, and workshops. This option costs $65 a month plus a $125 one-time setup fee per student, or $675 for the year. All of these options do include a 7-day free trial, which is not really that long to get to test everything out, even for me, and I did end up paying for one of them because I needed more time. But I guess a 7-day free trial is better than no free trial. Lastly, they offer some small group live online classes. This is not going to cover a full curriculum, but it could be good to add on as a supplement to enrich your child's education. You'll also get access to the same teacher support, virtual campus, BizTown, and parent workshops. This costs $75 a month and classes meet twice per week. And before we take a look at some of this stuff in detail, there are just a few more options that you can purchase. There is a Boost program here for kids ages 8 and up, which includes a mastery-based grammar and writing curriculum. They claim that math, reading, and spelling are coming soon. There is also a lifetime package here that gives you access to everything for one payment of $2,275 per student. It's not really a lifetime package though, as it says it expires once your child graduates. And lastly, you can purchase some things a la carte over here. I also want to point out that if you go here to the PH Switch page, they are offering a discount to match the price parents were paying on Power Homeschool before they massively increased their prices. I don't know how long this will be available, but you might as well take advantage if you're looking to save some money. The only thing with this option is they have the electives as an add-on, so you'll have to do the math and figure out if it's cheaper to use this option or go with the regular programs. I also want to point out here that if you do sign up, it's going to take about 24 hours to get your account set up, so you're not going to get instant access. That's just something to keep in mind because I know a lot of these online homeschooling programs do give you access right away. With Funcation Academy, you're going to need to wait until you get the email with all your logon info. I signed up for 3 separate programs to make this video, and each time I did get the email by the next business day. Okay, so that was a lot to go over, but hopefully now you understand the different options on Funcation Academy. Now we'll take a look at the actual programs in detail. So we'll start with the elementary program. If you're here just for the middle and high school programs, then you can skip over this part of the video. And this can be kind of confusing because there are several different things included with your subscription. But let's start with MyPath. And to get to any of these programs once you've actually signed up, you just go to the Funcation Academy website, and on top of the home page are all the different logins. So we can just click on MyPath to log in. So for the elementary grades, this is supposed to be your main curriculum. It only has math and reading to choose from, but they claim the other subjects are woven in. It starts with an assessment in math and reading to see what your child already knows and where they should start in the program. So they will have to complete that first. After that, they will have their learning path in both math and reading. And there is a separate student and parent login, but we will start with the student dashboard. So here is what it looks like. Let's start with math. I've been testing this for a while, and so far, all I've seen is it starts with a 5-question check to see if you already understand the concept. If you do, great, then you get to move on. If you get 3 or more wrong, then you'll have to watch a video explanation of the concept. The videos seem pretty good at explaining things, but it's interesting that there don't seem to be really any lessons unless you don't understand something. All the questions are multiple choice, so it might be easy to guess. But anyway, that's how it works. Some of the lessons that pop up if you've gotten the questions wrong are pretty long, and your student will have to watch all of the videos and answer some questions in order to move on. So you seem to be getting some comprehensive lessons when your child needs it. But if they're getting everything right, then they'll just keep going along on the path. Now let's take a look at language arts. And as you'll see, this works the exact same way. You keep going through and answering questions, and if you get them right, then you just keep going along the path. But if you get some wrong, then you will have some instructional videos to watch. Some of these videos here are a little childish and corny, so it depends on the kid, but I know my daughter would have absolutely hated this. They are good at explaining the concepts, but if your child doesn't like these kinds of cartoonish videos, this might not be a good curriculum for you. If you click up here, you can view your progress through the levels as well as overall progress. You can also change the sidekick and background here. And that's everything that I wanted to show you about the student side of MyPath. Now let's look at the parent side of things. So you would log out here and then log back in as the parent. So you can take a look at their progress in math and reading here. You can also see their assessment report to see where they are placed as far as grade level. There's also this assignment builder here, but I'm not sure what you would use this for. And then one weird thing is if you click on students here, you see this list with all these students' names and information. I'm not sure this information should be available. I think you're seeing everyone else who is enrolled in this. Seems like a privacy issue to me, so just something to be aware of. So that's basically it for my path for elementary. We're going to talk about BizTown and the virtual campus, but since those things are also included in the middle and high school career prep program, let's just talk about that program now. So you're going to have my path with this program too. So we'll take a look at that and see how it's different for the older kids. And you're also going to have access to the electives. So we'll look at that too. So here's the student section of my path for middle and high school. It's very similar to the elementary version of the program, but there are some differences. One main difference is that you'll have some guided instruction sheets to download and print out, which I did not see on the elementary side. Otherwise, it seems to work the same way. You keep going along the path as long as you get enough questions right. If you get too many wrong in a section, then you're going to have to watch some videos. Luckily, the videos don't seem to be those cartoon videos that were on the elementary program. These are more straightforward and seem to be more appropriate for older students. The reading section is the same format. You can print guided notes to go along with the lessons, and you'll be answering questions just like we saw with math. If you get too many wrong, there will be videos to watch to help you understand the topic. So your student would watch the videos and then try again to answer the questions and move on. I also noticed if they get the questions wrong during the lesson, there is a pop-up that asks if you want help from a live teacher. I'm assuming that only works if you're doing school during business hours. I admit I did not try it, but it's something you can check out if you sign up. And that's what you can expect from my path. Personally, I am not sure if this could be used as a full curriculum for math and reading. Maybe for the younger kids, but not so much for middle and high school. But that is just my opinion. I did find that a lot of the lessons that you get when you get stuff wrong did end up being pretty long. So I guess it's good if you don't want to waste time on things that your child already understands. It's just really a personal preference. And this is what they're calling their career prep program. So I think it's meant to be a more basic and less challenging curriculum. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. You'll also have access to the parent dashboard, but as that is going to be the same as it was for the elementary program, I'm not going to go over that again now. This middle and high school package also comes with electives from eDynamic Learning. So let's take a look at that now. If you don't remember how to get there, you can find the login link at the top of the homepage of the Funcation Academy website. So here is the teacher dashboard. It's a little confusing to actually assign the lessons. You do that by clicking here on Manage Courses and then Create Course. Then, if you click on Copy a Shared Course, you can pick and assign any of these courses. So you can see there are a lot of options. You can pick any of these and assign them to your student. And then they'll have their own login where they can go to do their work in the course. You have to add them to the course first by clicking here on People and then searching for your child's name. And here is another place where it's showing all these other people's names here. So again, I'm not sure if these are actual customers of this company, but if so, seems like a privacy issue to me. So be aware of that. So then your student can log in with their own username and password, and they will see the courses that you have assigned to them. They can complete these at their own pace, and you can see their progress in the parent dashboard. These courses are very different than the MyPath courses. There is a lot of text on screen to read rather than videos to watch. And there are assignments that will need to be completed offline and then uploaded to be graded. And you're going to have to grade those assignments yourself, which you can do in your parent-teacher dashboard. I'm not going to go into detail on that here because Funcation Academy does provide a lot of good tutorials to help you learn how to use their systems. But just be aware that it's not all automatic grading. So that's what the electives are like. And that's going to be the same for the other middle and high school option. So I won't go over it twice. But now let's switch over and take a look at the Courseware curriculum that comes with the middle and high school college prep program. This is going to be very different than the MyPath curriculum, even though they're both from the same Imagine Learning curriculum company. And then we'll talk about the other services that we haven't covered yet, like College Bound, BizTown, and the virtual community. So to get there, you can go back to the main Funcation Academy page and click on Courseware Login. You're going to have to assign courses for your student first. So we'll start with the parent dashboard. And this is interesting. I was having trouble with the student login, and I didn't want to have to wait to contact them because I was trying to get my review done and it was after hours. So I was logged in here on the parent side of things, and I clicked on Manage Students. And lo and behold, once again, it is showing all of the students who are enrolled here and their username. This was helpful for me because as it turned out, they had given me the wrong username. So I was able to find it and log in. But this is not good. I hope they figure out a way around this because you're literally seeing every student, their grade, their last login, their username. And on the dashboard, you can also see all the students' courses and grades. I have their last names blocked out here, but I am definitely able to see them. Okay, so if that didn't bother you and you're still with me, let me show you how you can add courses for your student. I'm going to warn you, this is a little bit confusing. They do send you a video when you sign up that does a pretty good job of explaining it, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. Anyway, you can see all the courses that are available by going to Manage Courses. Then you can search for one you want to assign. And you're basically going to be making your own copy of a course. Courses with someone's name next to them are courses that already have a teacher assigned. And for homeschooling, that person is going to be you. So don't pick one of those. Just pick one with no teacher name. And if you're having trouble figuring out which course to pick, you can go here to Course Structures, and this will show you what all the courses are and what they include. So when you finally know which course you want, you click on Customize, and then create a new course based on this course. And then you're going to want to name it something unique, which is what is making this so complicated because now this will be added to the list of courses. But anyway, name the course, and you can uncheck anything you don't want to include, and then you can publish the course. And when you do, you'll get this option to change some of the course settings. Then after you do that, you're going to go back and find your course and assign yourself as the teacher. Then you're going to go to Manage Student, find your student, click Enroll in Course, and then find the course you created and enroll them. So that is super complicated. But if you have your heart set on this curriculum, especially if you're coming over from Time for Learning, then this is probably your only option. So now that you've done that, your student will be able to log into their student account and they will see their courses. And then they can just get started on their lessons. And remember, you can customize all of this on the parent dashboard. So you can remove lessons or quizzes and tests or whatever you want. But anyway, this is what a typical lesson looks like. If you've used Time for Learning for upper middle school or for high school in the past, then these lessons should be familiar to you. There will be videos with actual people in them, which I like, text on screen to go along with the videos, questions to answer as you go through the lessons, and there are quizzes and tests as well. You can go to the course map to see everything that's going to be included. Parents can set this so students have access to all the material if they want, rather than having to go in order. Although I think going in order is probably best. There are also guided notes that you can print and lesson transcripts that you can read through. So it's definitely a more challenging and complete curriculum than the MyPath curriculum. I know a lot of parents love this on Time for Learning and now are coming over here because it is going away on Time for Learning by the end of this year. So it is a very popular online homeschooling curriculum. You can see your students' progress on the parent dashboard, and there is a lot you can do on here, but you just have to make sure you're looking at the data for your student. It's not the most fun to navigate, that's for sure. But once you find the courses you want and get them all set up for your child for the year, then I'm sure it gets easier. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the other things that you get with Funcation Academy. The first one I want to talk about is BizTown. And unfortunately, I was not able to personally test that out because you need to have your camera and microphone on in order for them to let you in. So obviously, I wasn't going to do that. But here is what it's all about. BizTown is a virtual town inside Funcation Academy. Students become residents, pick a job, and complete simple weekly activities. Then they will earn a weekly paycheck in Biz dollars, which they can then spend in the BizTown store. They can even trade these dollars in for real rewards, such as gift cards to places like Starbucks and Claire's. They can also earn extra Biz dollars by joining clubs, doing quests, or writing short book reports. It gives kids a chance to practice responsibility, be creative, and take part in a safe online community. So that's a fun extra that you get with your subscription. Whether you choose to have your child participate in it or not is up to you. Remember, this is not a school, so you don't have to use everything. If you just want the curriculum and you don't want all the extras, that's fine. You also get access to teacher support through their live study hall. When I tested this before, it's like a virtual world that you join and you have an avatar, but you do need to have your microphone on so you can talk to the support people. If you go to my first Funcation Academy video on my channel, you can see it. They kept kicking me out because I had my microphone off and I wasn't saying anything. But it's basically like a little virtual community where you can ask questions and get help. They also have a virtual community for students with books in their reading room, clubs that they can join, and seasonal events. The virtual campus is open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Lastly, with the college prep program, you also get what they call their college-bound service. This is going to give you access to a personal college admissions advisor. You'll get an email when you sign up, which will allow you to schedule a 30-minute session to discuss admissions goals, financial aid, and how to set up your Overgrad account, which is a platform for tracking your college applications, GPAs, scholarships, and things like that. I'm not sure if you get more than this one 30-minute session. I obviously did not set that up either since I was just testing it out. So hopefully now you have a better understanding of Funcation Academy and what it offers and how it all works. Now let me just take some time to give you my honest opinion of it. And first, let's just address the privacy issue. Well, I do think that it is a problem and they really should have their own platform for tracking things like Time for Learning does. I do understand that it probably costs a lot of money to set that up. They want to give parents access to everything that they're licensing so that they can use it however they need to in their homeschool. But the only way for them to do that is for all of the parents to be sharing the platform. So it's really up to you if you trust that or not. I personally wouldn't worry about it. Now, as for the curriculum, it really depends if you're going to go with MyPath or Courseware. Both are from the same curriculum company, but MyPath was designed to be a supplement and not a full curriculum. You can read all about it on the Imagine Learning website. They call it an adaptive intervention program. So I personally would not use this as my main curriculum, especially not for older kids. I just don't think it's enough. The Courseware curriculum, on the other hand, is a solid choice for an online curriculum. You might know it as Edgenuity, and you might have seen it in either an online school or in a brick and mortar school. And if you're coming from Time for Learning, then you know that it is what they had as their middle and high school curriculum that is now being replaced by the new Cinema Series curriculum. So if you go with their middle and high school college prep program, then you'll be getting the full curriculum from Edgenuity, as well as all of those electives from eDynamic Learning. So that is a lot of courses, but it is more expensive than the other options. If you do the PH switch option, then you can get just the Courseware curriculum for $31.25 a month. And you'll get access to the virtual community, but you won't get BizTown or the electives. And unfortunately, I'm not able to test the live classes at this time, but maybe someday in the future. If you have tried them, I would love it if you could share your experience in the comments to help other families who may be considering it. And I know this video is already super long, and I'm sorry that I didn't have time to really get into the virtual campus and how all of that works. But I just want to show you here, if you go to community and then click on events, you can see some of their upcoming info sessions and clubs. So that's something else that is included once you sign up. If you have any questions on Funcation Academy or just a general question for me, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching.